what the heck?
The poor girl who logged into the digital circus and immediately regretted every life choice that led her there. Out of all the characters, she's the most relatable because she spends 99% of her time screaming, panicking, or trying really hard not to completely lose it. Honestly, same. But here's the twist. What if Pomni's constant breakdowns weren't just sad, but criminal? Yep, today we're putting her in the spotlight for crimes against circus society.
Yeah, those other fools better watch their tails because they're going to face the wrath of Pomni the Evil!
So, is Pomni guilty of being the weakest link? Or is she just too human for a world that doesn't forgive weakness? Charge number 1, spreading panic like it's a party favor. Pomni sees a void. She freaks out. The problem? Everyone else freaks out with her. Regatha burns herself out trying to play therapist. Gangle collapses into tears, and Jax just gets extra annoying because chaos is his love language. Charge number 2, freezing at the worst possible moments. Imagine the circus tossing a glitch monster at the group, and Pomni just stands there. Not helpful, Pomni. Not helpful. And finally, charge number 3, reckless obsession with escape. Noble, sure, but staring too long into the void isn't exactly a team-building exercise. She's like the friend who insists they know a shortcut, but it always leads into a ditch. Pomni is the unlucky newcomer of the Amazing Digital Circus. Before she got trapped, she was just some regular woman with an office job and a computer. Basically all of us on a Monday. She puts on a headset, and boom. Suddenly she's stuck in a cartoon jester's body with no exit, no instructions, and no refund policy. As a character, Pomni is smart enough to know the situation is terrible, but too anxious to do much about it. She spends most of her time spiraling, panicking, and questioning her reality like someone who just opened their 15th energy drink at 3 a.m. Relatable? Absolutely. Helpful? Not always. Her jester design is ironic too. She looks like she should be telling jokes, but most of the time she is the joke. Every attempt to escape blows up in her face, and every breakdown makes her the circus's unofficial chaos mascot. Alright, let's put Pomni's rap sheet on the table. She's not out here pulling Jax-level stunts or running the show like Kane, but she still manages to cause plenty of chaos. Crime number 1, spreading panic. Pomni has a special talent for taking her own fear and turning it into everyone else's problem. She screams. Everyone screams. She spirals. The group spirals. Regatha ends up running group therapy sessions. Gangle turns into a puddle of tears, and Jax just laughs harder. It's basically emotional dominoes, and Pomni is the first tile. Crime number 2, freezing under pressure. In the circus, survival depends on acting fast. Glitch monster, puzzle trap, random nightmare scenario. You move or you're toast. Except Pomni doesn't. She just stands there, wide-eyed, like she's buffering in real life. Spoiler, that pause puts everyone in danger. Crime number 3, reckless escape attempts. Look, wanting out is normal, but Pomni takes it to another level. She stares into voids like they're exit signs, pokes at glitches like they're buttons, and nearly drags people into abstraction with her. She's basically the friend who insists, "Trust me, I know a shortcut," right before getting the whole group lost. So, yeah, Pomni's crimes aren't evil. They're accidental. But in the circus, accidents can be deadly. So how do you put someone like Pomni on trial in the digital circus? Simple. You let the circus itself handle it. Forget boring wooden courtrooms. This one's neon, glitchy, and held together with duct tape and trauma. The jury, a bunch of broken NPCs flickering in and out like bad Wi-Fi. The judge, probably Kane, spinning a gavel like it's part of a magic trick. The official charges are dressed up with circus flair. Emotional destabilization, spreading panic like wildfire. Negligent inaction, freezing when the group needs her. Existential recklessness, poking at voids like they're vending machines for freedom. In circus court, it doesn't matter if you meant to cause chaos. Intentions don't matter, only the mess you leave behind. And for Pomni, her chaos tends to ripple through the entire tent. Count 1. Emotional destabilization. Pomni has mastered the art of contagious panic. 1 second, she's screaming at the sight of a void, and the next, half the cast is in full meltdown mode. Ragatha throws herself into comfort mom mode. Gangle collapses into spaghetti tears. And Jax? He eats it up like popcorn, adding his own insults just to stir the pot. Pomni doesn't try to destabilize the group, but she's basically the circus equivalent of hitting the fire alarm every 5 minutes. Count 2. Negligent inaction. The digital circus is all about moving fast. Glitches spread, puzzles twist, and monsters show up without warning. And Pomni? She freezes. Not for a second, but for long, painful stretches where she just stares wide-eyed like she's seen a tax audit. While she's buffering, everyone else has to scramble twice as hard. That kind of hesitation doesn't just hurt her, it drags the group one step closer to disaster. Count 3. Existential recklessness. Pomni's obsession with escape is admirable, until it isn't. She pokes at glitches like they're shiny buttons, stares into the void like it's going to give her directions, and nearly pulls others along with her. The hope she clings to could easily become the trap that swallows them all. It's like she's playing Let's Find the Exit, but the only prize is abstraction. Count 4. The domino effect. Alone, each of these might just be quirks of someone dealing with trauma, but together, they create a ripple effect. Pomni panics, Ragatha overworks herself, Gangle melts down, Jax gets crueler, the whole circus spirals. One person's breakdown turns into a group event. And in a place where survival depends on fragile stability, that's more than a bad habit. It's practically a crime. So the prosecution's case is clear. Pomni isn't evil, but in a survival setting, her fear doesn't just belong to her, it belongs to everyone around her. And that's why she's on trial. Of course, no trial is complete without the defense, and Pomni's is about as messy as you'd expect. She's not standing tall, she's shaking like a soda can in an earthquake. But her case is simple. She's not dangerous, she's just terrified. The digital circus exaggerates it, sure, but it asks a real question. How much weakness can a group carry before it tips over? Do you punish the one who cracks, or support them until they're stronger? Pomni shows us that sometimes the biggest liability isn't cruelty or power. It's raw, unfiltered fear. And that's the case of Pomni, the digital circus's most anxious resident turned accidental criminal. She didn't stab anyone, didn't mastermind chaos, didn't pull a Jax. Her only weapon was fear. And it hit harder than she ever realized. The circus courtroom fades, the neon lights return, and there she is again, Pomni, wide-eyed, trembling, still hunting for an exit that may not even exist. Guilty, maybe. Dangerous, a little. Relatable, absolutely. Because in the end, Pomni isn't just a character on trial. She's us, panicking, overthinking, and stumbling through chaos with no clue what's next.